Back for another episode.
That's my baby. I'm dying.
That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored!
They did it!
Left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, fam, what is up? We are back for another episode of our Athlete Spotlight. No stranger here to A2D, being joined by my good friend over here, the CrAsian herself, Miss Andy Nguyen, is joining us this afternoon. Gonna be also doing a little giveaway for the A2D premium members as well. Andy's gonna be hooking us up with actually a signed photo of your choosing. Could be photo, could be poster, whatever. She got a bunch of stuff printed out after her most recent fight she's just had, and before we get all into that, obviously the show is brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Make sure you guys are heading over there using that A2D code for 25% off all your purchases. They got gummies, they got all kinds of stuff. My mom's always buying up the CBD gummies and stuff, and they got stuff for your pets and stuff as well. So make sure you guys are heading over there using that A2D code, and let's get into it here, Andy. Obviously, fresh off the win. There's some stuff before the fight. Weigh-ins. There was actually, some stuff that me and you talked about before setting up this interview. There was also some stuff leading up to before the fight with you and Crystal that kind of led to the animosity. And I'll go into the poll question. And Andy was not the instigator at the pre-fight weigh-in scuffle with Lawson. Agree to disagree. Any of our fam tuning in this afternoon, make sure you let us know how you feel. And now, Andy, let's kind of clear the air with this one. Obviously, anyone who in the combat sports follows Gamebred or Crystal, you just kind of see the outside looking in. You kind of push offer. She was very vocal after that fact. Obviously, saying a lot of things of that nature. Kind of leads into what kind of led into that situation, and clear the air for people and let people know what was going on and how you were feeling and what led to your reaction to that.
Well, I was planning to put my forehead against her forehead, but she had that stupid hat on. So my forehead is on her brim. So she's brimming me. And I was like, man, this is not enough. So I gave her a little shove. I was just knocking some dust off her shoulders since she hadn't fought in so long,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, she was upset about it. Started saying a lot of stuff. She's gonna take your stole. Obviously, it led to a lot of buzz on social media leading up to the fight. Obviously, I was like, oh. that is un-Andy like. It's not, normally that's not who your character is. For anyone who who might not know, like, you're not really the person that kind of pursues that type of behavior in general. So obviously, there were some things that kind of led up to that kind of gassed you up a little bit.
Yes. Beginning of the year after COVID, things start opening up, and I was supposed to fight her in Atlanta. And it was the first fight after the COVID break. So I was a little rusty, and I went against Angela Barr in a Muay Thai bout, lost the decision. Angela Barr had 24 amateur Muay Thai, bouts, and I only had, I think, 3 amateur Muay Thai bouts. Muay Thai, not MMA, okay? So she was 0-0, I was 1-1, and she won she won her debut. And she was a tough one. But anyway, she got me ready for my next fight, which was line fights after that. I just had to fix all my flaws because I was rusty. So Crystal, stated she wrote to line fights saying that she saw my fight, that I looked like I never fought a day in my life going against a debuter. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, you're stalking me, but you didn't do your research. The girl is a very good fighter, that's where she lacked off. She didn't have a lot of, amateur MMA fights, and that's why she got taken to the ground, did not know what to do, and I wanted to prove that to the world too. There's things, a lot of things going up to it, and I've been quiet. I haven't said anything. People are like, why do you guys don't like each other? And I only like showed some of the email that I showed you to like probably a handful of people because it's stupid. She contacted Line Fights about me while I'm getting ready for Italy, and they weren't interested in her because she already backed out of a fight. They booked her a flight to France. She backed out. So Line Fight spent all this money promoting her. This is a couple of years back. So they're like, no, it's not even worth, risking it to book her. That's when she's, wrote, well, I'm not interested in you either. I'm interested in your bum fighter, calling me a bum fighter. So that's why at the weigh-ins, she's lucky I didn't shove her with two hands because I probably would have pushed her all the way off to the stage. But, I just finished cutting weight. I just want to get hydrated. I didn't think she was going to be pissed off. I'm the one supposed to be pissed off, not her. Or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna go into the specifics of everything that was said in that, but yeah, I mean, I definitely, I was surprised at what was said, coming from that. Like, people don't understand, like what you go into, like with everything. Like, yeah, like maybe you were a little rusty on your Muay Thai, but you have other things and other avenues and other things that you work on with other people. So, like, even if your Muay Thai was rusty, so freaking what? People who take a couple years off, do have ring rust because of other reasons. So there's some fighters who come off injury and they don't have ring rust. You didn't per se had an injury that kept you up, but you also were doing other things, matchmaking, etc. Like it was not just one thing. So for like, I get it. Within our peers, we're always judged, so to speak, when we're talking about competitive athletics, but I mean, that's kind of taking it to a new level. Just kind of the verbiage that was said. Some of the things that were kind of being thrown out there wasn't like a promotional thing. It was like, you're so stupid at what you're saying. You realize that like what you're accusing this person of wouldn't be a promotional thing. It would be a commissional thing. But hey, I'm not going to go too much further into that. Just like if you're a fighter, you got to know, when to bark and when not to. And she I don't think she was biting off more than she could chew. Obviously, she felt that she matched up well with you, and you showed it. It was like that was the worst decision that she could make. Because obviously you went down there to Gamebred FC too, and you got it done. You took her down. You put her out there with elbows, and you're the one who were snatching souls that night.
Well, I was still beating her on the feet, so it doesn't matter which sport it was. If I would have beat her in boxing, I would have beat her in Muay Thai, kickboxing, or jiu-jitsu, or MMA. It doesn't matter. I would have checked off all the boxes because I've done it all. It's just the first time I'm doing bare knuckle though.
And that's the other thing. Like you were finally able to kind of get into that other thing. That was one of the things that you wanted to do. As you're getting ready to kind of slow down the competitive part of your career, you wanted to get that bare knuckle boxing fight in. You actually got the bare knuckle MMA fight. You didn't even have to get the bare knuckle boxing fight because Jorge Masvidal put together good promotion to give you guys a platform. You got the first stoppage as a female as well, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, I just made history. So it's only their second show.
Yeah.
But, bare knuckle is so brand new, especially MMA now. Bare knuckle MMA. A lot of people are like, we didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know either.
Now, with that being said, obviously, over the past week, bare knuckle has gotten into the limelight in some unfavorable ways. Unfortunately, some I guess you would call bad matchmaking. I don't know if there was an injury or something like the guy was a late replacement or something like that. But from what I've seen, not a lot of people were happy with the matchmaking on that end of it. The unfortunate guys succumbed to his injuries. Later, a few weeks, months later, whatever the case was. But I mean, it's one of these things. combat sports is rough, as it is, but is it one of the things that short-lived? You're gonna have a short shelf life on that, or are we gonna continue with Gamebred or look into BYB or bare knuckle fighting championship? Is it something you want to continue to do moving forward?
Yeah, it is a unfortunate circumstance, but it's combat sports. I mean, football too. People get unconscious and stuff like that, and big injuries, not death, but it could have been other things that prior to it, like his health that we don't know about. Could have been his age. He's 38. They're bigger boys, so they get bigger shots. Like I know I'm 39, but like we are like 115 pounds. We don't push that much power. I mean, I wish I can. I mean, I hope I do one day. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be something like that. It could have been. And like when you go to bare knuckle boxing, your record changed to 0-0, like 0-0, because it's another new sport. So mixed match, can it be? Yes, it can be. But sports.
Yeah, it's rough. Like I said, when you have a new sport like that, like I said, I know people are on. Some people, I'm not sitting there saying there was a vast majority of people. When I say people, like I make sure we clarify that. Some people were like, oh well, we have to check the matchmaking. Well, it's rough when you were talking about a sport that's within like the first 20 years of its infancy. Like I still think when we're talking about MMA in general, we're just getting out of what I feel the infancy stage was, and we're getting into that next stage where when we're talking about NFL's been around for more than 100 years, and a lot of these sports have as well, if not longer. So when we're judging it, you got to look at it at a different way. And I still think at the end of the day, promoters should try to look a little bit more and err on the more side of caution. And that even goes back to the commissions, because you're the one that approved the fight at the end of the day.
Yeah, they have the ultimate say in the end.
And we've seen times in like fighters in the past, that they're sitting there saying, well, I might be done because this commission says I can't fight anymore, and X, Y, and Z. And then you wind up seeing them pop back up a year and a half, 2 years later, when they kind of get to the point where they can correct whatever's going on. So like, it's one of these things, like, you don't know if there's other things, age. And listen, you doubt the fact that them big boys are throw them things. We've already had a situation like that over the past 5 years when we lost Tim Hague. So we already know like the big boys really throw the letter, and they're going to be more susceptible to some of these damages. And that's what we still have to look into, because like I said, the sport is still within the first 50 years of it. So we don't know what it's going to be like moving forward down the road. We've only seen cases of CTE and guys like Gary Goodridge, and we're just starting to learn about Spencer Fisher now and things of that nature. And that's why I say that, because we say Spencer Fisher because he's also one of those lighter weight guys.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I guess things that you all fighters who are in combat sports kind of know the risks you're taking as you're going into it. It's one of the things I just hope to protect yourself, and you don't really get in accrue that much damage to be able to affect your quality of life moving forward. And it's kind of one of the other things I want to go into is like you're one of these fighters are not like in one of these bigger promotions and things of that nature. Is it something you hope for like over the next 15, 20 years we see some type of pension medical plans moving forward, like for just combat sport, like you guys have to fill out fighter cards and things of that nature and register and things of that nature? Shouldn't you guys have some type of fun on the back end, as you're seeing what boxing, combat sports have kind of been able to produce monetary wise? It's kind of trivial if you really think about it, making sure the athletes are taken care of.
Yeah, I read somewhere that in 2022 or 23 that there's an organization that's coming out with like retirement pension and all this great stuff. And it's crazy because we were just talking about that. I was talking about it with my husband, and like, retirement and stuff like that. I don't know. You got to get in when you can and, make your money and then get out before you hurt. That's
obviously, we've seen Henry Cejudo get out. He was at the top of the game. He's looks like he's getting his itch wanting to get back into, calling out Alex. Seen people upset about that. Listen, things like that make fights. Like I said, we see guys walk away. and even some women, Ronda walked away at the peak of it, regardless if people feel that she had wore out her welcome, the game had caught up to her, etc. She got out before the damage could accrue too much on her, which is one of the things that she's always championed about, and it's one of the things. Hopefully, moving forward, we can see something happen for the overall improvement of just combat sports in general.
No, she did it perfectly. Timing, WWE pays her way more. And then
and congrats to her on her and Travis on the baby too. You got bigs up to that, because I know that was one of her major things. Anyone who really followed her career knew that she wasn't going to last long, and that she wanted to be a mother way more than she wanted to be a world champion.
Yeah, she already did what she had to do, and she put her legacy down. She opened up.
Love her, hate her, whatever. She made an impact in giving female fighters a bigger platform.
Exactly. So
we'll see which of the next generation of female fighters are really able to kind of tune into it, and we get to see that next super athlete. We may see some of them already. You see what PFL's kind of building over there with Clarissa Shields and Kayla Harrison, and Andrea Levy as well. Like you cannot deny what they're doing over there. So they're doing big things. I like what.
I wanted to say, Gamebred, they took care of their fighters. So, like, when I'm traveling, I'm always packing coconut water, Epsom salt, Pedialyte. And when we went to the weigh-ins, they had Pedialyte, coconut water, fruit, my favorite, watermelon, because I'm dehydrated. I want something juicy. They already had it out for all the fighters. And I was just like, that little bit, just that little gesture means the world to me. And I like that. It is definitely a promotion built by a fighter. He knows what. Oh,
yeah. That is one of the things why you like that you see someone like Jorge get into business like that, because he's a real fighter's fighter. So you really kind of get it. He gets what the fighter needs. So, yeah, it's definitely good to see that he knows that back end as well.
That meant a lot to me, and I fought for everybody. I fought for everybody. The posters that we were signing, I loved it. The whole staff crew were really good behind the scenes, and they did really good.
We got one of the questions from one of our members here. He wants to know if you're based in Arizona, seen the Rock in the Cardinals jersey. Oh man, you're way off, Lord. Way off. Way off. She is definitely a multi-sports fan, but it's definitely not an Arizona Cardinals jersey. I'm gonna let you take it with that one, Andy.
No, I was born in California, and I started MMA in the South, like in the Carolinas. I even have a Southern accent. And no, if my sponsor loves a sport, I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna do a photo shoot. I'm gonna make it sexy, and I'm gonna make it sell. That's it. That's probably why you see that cardinal.
Hey, there you go. But let them know who your team is, though.
I like the Saints. I like the Saints. I like the. Don't chalk on them. I like the Browns. They surprise me sometimes. They disappointed me sometimes.
Well, we're Eagles fans over here, so we know all about that.
Yeah. And then, like, I used to watch a lot of college teams too, which is Clemson. I love Clemson. I used to follow Miami a lot. That's pretty much it. I haven't tailgated in so long. I
think that's one of the things I think a lot of overall sports fans is kind of loved about this year over last year. You can actually tailgate a little bit. You can get to some of these events and things of that nature. So since your fight's out of the way, football season here, you just said you haven't got a chance to tailgate. Are you gonna get a chance to catch any games over the next few weeks or months?
Yeah. So I was planning to do that fight. Like our last show, you were like, are you going to retire soon? I'm like, hell no. I was like, I already had the bare knuckle in the back of my head. I just couldn't tell you yet because I didn't want.
Yeah, I know you got to hold them things close. I know. It's all good.
But I was like, I'll let you guys know. You'll see. So it was already in the making slowly. I just had to wait and be quiet. So I can't keep a secret for a damn thing. But I knew I wanted to fight one more time before the holidays. And then now it's time to get fat and,
enjoy the holidays, exactly.
Wings, shots, Yeah, all that good
Listen, I ain't gonna fault you there. As that time of year, the last 3 months of the year, that's when you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Football season's gearing up. Listen, that's I don't know any fighter who actually would look forward to fighting that time of year, especially if you're like an overall sports fan like that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. I fought 4 times this year, so that's pretty busy for especially after.
Well, obviously making up for last year, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to make up for last year. And if this hand heal, hey, it's already healing.
That's the other thing I gotta ask you. You went from doing the 4 ounces, and you were doing the first bare knuckle. Did you? What would you would say the big differences between the gloved and ungloved, and in your unprofessional opinion, can we throw away that the glove does anything but protect your guys' hands from being broken?
Yeah, it does protect your hand. I've never had my knuckles swollen like that before. When I have animosity, though, I'm just throwing, so it felt nice. And I mean, I've thrown without gloves before, like, in my early 20s. So I actually always thought like tape and gauze felt weird with the MMA gloves, and I had to, get it taped early so then it won't be stiff, and then it'll loosen up by the time, it's my fight. So I actually felt super freaking uncomfortable, and that's pretty scary because a lot of people are not like really want that. They're even shocked that they're like, you're never gonna do your calendar again. I'm like, shit.
What do you mean? Knowing you, if you would have gotten a decent shower, you probably would have thrown that into one of the shoots.
Oh, of course, I would rock that black eye. You know me, I would. I have done it before.
Listen, for people that like who sit there and would think just because you had a bare knuckle fight would mean that you're going to stop your shoots. And speaking of which, your other partner in crime, she got a big fight coming up. She's going against my other friend Jessica I. That's going to be a fun fight.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes, yeah. In November, that'd be next year. I mean, next month. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's like the beginning of November. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Are you gonna be in the corner fly out for that one? That should be a fun one.
No, I'm not. But I was just with her like a month ago, and we were. It's so funny because I didn't tell her about the bare knuckle, and she didn't tell me about the Jessica I. And we were together, and we trained a little bit, and we did a photo shoot. I told her to get worried about the bare knuckle because I literally just signed it, and so she saw it. She was like, "Why did you tell me?" I was like, I just didn't want you to get worried. I just wanted to train like we just trained. Okay, that's it. Just whatever. It's kind of funny.
So, but both of you kind of holding something on the other, just like, yeah, we're just rolling this week, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And speaking of which, when are you guys already done next year's calendar or what?
I did mine. She did a couple of hers. She's not done with all her shoots yet.
Yeah. We still got 3 months left in this one before we see the reveal, right?
Yeah, we do. We always try to finish it by Black Friday in November, but that never happens. We never get
for people that don't know what me and Andy are talking about, her and UFC fighter Andy really always do calendar shoots, and they release calendars together and stuff of that nature. So anyone who's interested, make sure you guys are heading over to Andy's socials and catching up on that. I'm rocking one of her t-shirts today as well. So there's plenty of stuff to grab on that end.
Fans, I would like an idea for another shirt. I don't know. I don't like the Soul Snatcher.
I already told you what you should do is you have all these you got all these graphic artists out there and things of that nature that they always want this, that, and the third. Like, hey, listen, I'll put it out there for anyone who wants to kind of have make a logo, an idea for a t-shirt. Throw it out there. Give people a chance. Let your fans kind of give a chance to kind of throw their hat in to see if they can design one of your t-shirts.
Hell yeah, I think that'd be awesome. I think I should do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it definitely was a Gamecocks jersey. But you're absolutely right about that, Lord. Arizona is like the secret MMA hotbed that no one in the MMA community talks about. It's always California. It's down there in Miami. No one ever talks about Arizona. And actually, if a memory serves me, I think bare knuckles should be officially sanctioned there soon, right? I know BKFC was trying to put on an event there, didn't quite happen. They had to move it. I think that's why this next one, I think next weekend's in Montana.
Yeah, Taylor's fighting
So, you got any people on that card you're looking at?
Taylor. I don't even know who else is on there. I'm not a groupie. I don't care. Sorry, I don't.
Oh no, we're not like just one of these just follow bare knuckle just to follow. Like we follow like people we like to support. You know what I mean? Like you follow people you've trained with, like things of that nature. People you know on a general basis that you would have conversations with outside of the MMA community is pretty much who you like to support and follow.
Taylor Starling. That's it.
Listen, definitely interested in that one. She looked good that knocking Cassie Robb around in her last time out.
Fights.
What's that?
She looked good the past two of her fights.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see how she looks this time. She's starting. BKFC is starting to build up that women's division. Outside of pulling a few big names out to get some eyes on them. People don't realize that the non-big names that they have on their roster that should be coming up over the next year or so are really the people that need to be watching out for. I know a lot of people tune in for Pearl and Paige and they just had Rachel Stovich come in and things of that nature. I get that aspect of it, but I really think that those underlying names that people don't really know about, or people are going to surprise people. Like the Brits kind of emergence over the last year and a half has been pretty cool to watch too.
Yeah, I like to watch her stuff too. Yeah, the undercards has been a whole lot better. I guess the main event, they just put so much into it, and they're
I think that's kind of it's just how the business is. It's always going to be about the main event. It's always, no matter what we say, what we do, it'll always be about the main event.
Yeah, it is, and they're being too careful, and it just it doesn't get as raw as it's supposed to be, especially 5 rounds.
All right, I'm gonna message my producer so he can spin the wheel for the fans.
Okay. All right, so I will make a customized autograph picture of their choice. So it's got to be from the fight, not a sexy photo from the calendar. No, that's
no. We'll explain that one. Yeah, let's clear that one up now, guys. Let's clear that one up there, guys. It's gonna be one from this previous fight. Well, anyone that you choose to just make sure you reach out to. We're gonna have Ralph's gonna come in here and spin the wheel for us in a second. He's gonna pick a name out of the proverbial hat, so to speak. But we don't have to worry about that aspect of it. I know. Now you said you're gonna pick the sizing too, or let them do that as well.
My only printer is just doing 8x5. That's it.
Okay, gotcha.
I customize. I might throw in a bag of beef jerky if he's nice. I don't know.
Well, let's see what the wheel will say here. We'll find out in a second.
It's so cool. You guys got a little wheel.
Bill Middlebrook. Big Bill's gonna get it. All right. So Bill, make sure you reach out to us. Give us your information. Reach out. Go over to Andy's page. Let us know which one you want, man. We'll get that all situated. I'll get Andy to take care of it. We'll get we'll line everything up. I still got to get my guy from last week I got to get his information. We're going crazy over here. Tom's doing a jersey giveaway for our Eagles fans over the weekend. I got a few more things that we line up. We're doing all kinds of things over here for between the new sponsors we got on board. We just got a bar here right over here, like a 20-minute drive from me. I might have to hop in and check out their food. you know how it is. We live and die off the sponsors when you're in media or as you're a professional athlete like you are yourself.
Of course,
Now, what I'll do here, but you know how I typically end things off here, Andy, and kind of throw the proverbial microphone over you. Anyone you would like to thank, teammates, shoot out the social media sites, your sponsors, tell them where to find them. Your website, let them know where to get some of your merch at. The time is yours, my friend.
Just follow me on Instagram, Andy the CrAsian 1. That's also on Twitter. My Facebook fan page, I'm not really that active on it. I try to be. I'm sorry. I want to thank everybody from my gym at Combat Club in Jacksonville, all the girls that cross-trained, that traveled, and it went a really well fight camp. Nobody got injured, and thank you for all my sponsors and my new future ones. Everybody been messaging me after that last big win, and I'm excited. Thank you for following me. You could go on my website on Instagram. It's Shopify something. I forgot. I'm sorry. But I've been so busy. I've been so busy. I'm sorry. But you can just click on there or just, message me. Let me know which picture you want autograph, or you can try my mom's beef jerky. And thanks for having me.
Oh, it's definitely always a pleasure to have you on here, Andy. Enjoy the rest of the year. Hopefully, we hear your next announcement. MMA, bare knuckle, whatever it happens to be, another Muay Thai fight, whatever's next for Andy. Definitely looking forward to you. Going to have you on after, because it seems like after I have you on, you normally win. If I normally have you on before, I feel like I'm bad luck. I swear to God.
Okay, if you're superstitious with that, that's
I definitely am. I definitely am a little superstitious to that. I kind of noticed the pattern the last few times. It's like, wait a minute, let me see if I can try it this way.
All right, so we're not gonna get on the show.
No, we're not gonna do it beforehand anymore. I want to see if this works. If I'm wrong and you lose next time, then then we can crack my superstitious code.
All
right, everyone. Andy Nguyen, appreciate the time as always, my friend. Definitely looking forward to having you back on air again.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. Anytime, my friend. Everyone, that was good friend Andy Nguyen. Again, everyone, please make sure you're checking her out. Bill Middlebrook, please make sure you get back to me. We can get your shipping information, link you up with Andy, figure out exactly which signed poster photo you want, get you hooked up with that. The fan, please make sure you guys are checking out everything that we're doing over here at the channel. All our premium members. If you're subscribed to us and you're not a premium member, more reason to check us out now, right? We just have Andy hooking us up. I got some more stuff we're going to be hooking us up throughout, this month and the rest of this year as well. I know Tommy's got some things planned for the peeps. Make sure you're not missing out on anything that we're doing over here. This was another episode of our Athlete Spotlight, and I'll check you guys. I'll be back and see you guys Saturday night. Got another fun one lined up for you. Got a Bellator fighter. Got a BKFC fighter. We ain't stopping over here. Let's go, guys.